CoVersity is a platform for youth, or rather a journey that a youth can take to both discover his or her passion as well as then see how to take it uh, to a professional level. And and obviously this is something which is in the realm of open learning, which means children learn and do what they like learning and doing. And because they like learning or because they like something, the learning and doing is natural for them. Yeah. So that's just the context I was setting. And uh, why we have Sunitha here? Well, she has three people who are doing open learning. One is she herself, and she has two. Okay, should I say kids? No, but they are too big now.
Parents.
No, Sunitha. So tell us how they have become big. Let's start there. And how big have they become? Let's start there. Let me not tell the age. You start.
I said they have become my parents. I am the child in my house.
Yeah, so tell me, how has been your journey from parent to now child?
I started this unschooling journey 7 years back when my son was 8 years, 8 years back when my son Skanda was 8 years old. And then after 1 year of homeschooling, that's when I found Aarohi and we joined Aarohi. And my daughter is also, now, my son is now 17 and my daughter is 11. She'll be 12 next month. So both my daughter has never been to a school, a formal education, and Skanda went till he was into second standard. So that's a little brief about when I started my journey. And it's been a great 8 years of journey. I mean, it's so enjoyable. Of course, it's challenging. It's roller coaster ride. I'm not going to say it's smooth, but it's fun. It's super fun as well.
Okay. So the whole aspect of open learning to me is being self-led. So I want to straight away jump into that. So how has, okay, let's first start with the kids and then rest of the time we'll talk about you. But how have this self-leading themselves has been for both of them? You can share because two children bring in two different perspectives, two different dimensions, and and two different ways of doing it. So just share about both how has been this journey for them till now to leading themselves in their life.
Sorry, I think I didn't answer your previous question also. How was the journey to parent to child to another parent, parent to child?
That's okay. We can talk rest about you only.
Yes, come back. So both of them, like you said, are two different personalities, two different learning styles, two different approach. Skanda has been a child who keeps jumping from one interest to another. Initially, you remember how many times I've come to you and Aditi saying, oh my God, he kept changing. I'm worried. Will he be fickle-minded? Will he not stick to one thing? I was so worried. And you guys said, chill, relax. I'm like, you guys don't understand my stress. That's how I was angry. But he jumped from dance to coconut shells making and carpentry, and then he made some mosquito repellent, then he did forging, and then whatnot. He kept jumping from one learning to another. It was very initially it was very scary for me as a parent, but my daughter has been, I think since she's now 11, right? So since last 5-6 years since she started the more of planning, she keeps saying reading, writing, drawing, listening to songs, and that's all. It's been the same for her. So she likes more of structure and she likes to do the same things. But he is a child who keeps jumping from one thing to another. So he also did dog training all by learning himself. He used to go to Prani Pet where he got internship every week. On Fridays he would go and he would learn about animals. Some days he would stay there. I think he was around 13-14 years then. He would stay there. He would take care of the turtles, the tortoise and the snakes and iguanas, and he would say, I'll get iguana home. I'm like, that would be scary for me. So there he liked that I want to do dog training. But then he trained himself through videos, uh, through YouTube videos and all that. He trained himself.
Mm, mm,
The dogs, then he started training the owners of the dogs. He started doing counseling later. So he started, also did a workshop for 9-10 people about dogs. And then he came into music. So he started music production. And then now he is a fitness coach. He didn't do his 10th exams. He directly said, Amma, I'm not going to do 10th. We had a lot of conversations, went back and forth. His father wanted him to do it. I'm like, you choose, you decide what you want to do. So it has always been based on his interests, based on what motivated him, what made him exciting. So then he said, no, I'm not doing 10, but I will rather do a 2-month course on fitness. And then he said, this is the place where the course is, this is how much it's going to cost, can you pay, should I pay some, should I arrange some money? So all those conversations, and then that's when he started working as an intern for fitness coach. And then now he's starting his own business, his own company of fitness. And he has 3 clients under his own business.
wow.
So initially he started working under somebody else to get his guidance, training, and understand more of that. And then he said, I will start my own. So that's about Skanda. And that I'm sharing more because CoVersity is about going towards your passion and creating your career out of the passion. So I see that in not just Skanda, many more of course, but yeah. And with Smriti, she says she wants to be an artist, so she's exploring different modern, mediums of art. So now she's more interested in digital art. She's done a calendar using her digital art, and she expresses through cartoons really well. So and now she's started her journey with another alternative space because she didn't want a residential space. She didn't want to stay away from home. So she said no Aarohi. Then we said, but she wants some children and she wants new exposure and a structure. So that's when we started looking for a space. So we have found a space in Kengeri called Ohana. She's just started last week. But the deal is that she'll try for 1 month and then we'll review. So it's not permanent. I don't know. But she is going to decide whether she'll continue this or not. So that's about.
So so Skanda's journey of self-led has been driven by his interest, and he's been kind of, but beyond interest, yes, I am interested in something. Now, so when we talk about interest-led, everybody says, yes, that's very nice, but I think somewhere they get stuck there in the sense they start thinking, okay, if my child is interested in whatever, what will he do next? So can you more talk about the next step? Like say he got interested in something, then what happened? As in because you were observing him, what was he researching? Was he talking to people? What was he thinking about? Because he must be doing conversations with you. Are you getting me? So from deciding that this is my step to actually now getting into it, as in jumping into the pool kind of a thing. That's what I'm interested in you sharing with everybody.
I think it's a process. Now, interest is just a first step. They just get interested, and that's the first step. But there's more to it. But for example, Skanda, he said, I want to go to gym. I'm like, huh? At 15? No. What about bone? What about muscle? Then he researched and he told me, see, this is what happens. You don't have to worry. I understand your concern. Will this answer your concern? So he enrolled me that it's okay for him to go to gym. Then he went to gym for 6-7 months, and then he started creating his schedule, his gym routine, regime for what all he'll do. So then he came and he would discuss with me that this is what I'm doing for my hand, my legs, my bones, and and then he used to come and tell me that you have to also start doing. At the age of 40, the muscles has to be strengthened. You are not, walking is not enough, blah, blah, blah is not enough. That he would say. And then, yes, he spoke to many people. There were times when he was doing nothing also. That space was also required because he was reflecting some things he was not happy with. He wanted to do it differently. Sometimes resources were not there. So he had to ask people what alternative I have.
You said he spoke to many people. So again, just staying with this fitness as one example, what were these people and how did he find them and how did he approach them? I'm asking these little details because parents seems to be, not just parents, even youth are concerned about, okay, how will I take it forward? Whom will I connect? Who will get me these people? Now in Iskandar's case, he has been doing all of that.
Correct.
This is a self-led journey, right?
Exactly.
So let's go through those details because that will tell, not like that is a formula, but that is one way in which somebody is doing it. That's where I'm, yeah.
So one is, as you rightly said, he has been doing it. Very frankly, I was just a witness. I didn't do much there, right? I only listened to him and I was only pushing him here and there, asking certain questions. But he went and spoke to different gym people. He spoke to different parents from Aarohi community. He discussed with anybody and everybody he would meet. He would see any conversation. It is not just fitness related person, but anybody. And how can he take that and implement it? So it was not only that, okay, if this person is into fitness, I'll talk to that person only.
Okay.
But it didn't limit to that. So many relatives he spoke to, many his friends' parents he spoke to. Like Kaushik is one parent in Aarohi who is into fitness. He spoke to him about body type, what kind of fitness is okay for him. And he said, see, Kaushik uncle said this, are you now comfortable with this? So he spoke to many different, not just parents, different age groups, not just one age group, different age groups, different backgrounds. So one thing I told him was that if you want to do this, just have conversation about this with everybody, any random people you talk. So with my father, he would talk. With his father, he would talk. With my mom, he would talk. So it was not limited to one gender, age, or background. So the more he discussed, he's like, I want to do this, I'll do this. And then there was a neighbor who was 1 or 2 years older to him. He would share with her. And then he started giving some ideas to why don't you do this and tell me, is it working? And he would tell my mom to do certain exercises. So there were all trial and errors also there. That answers your question.
Yeah. So
or more specific, should I?
Yeah. So one part is, so considering everybody to be a mentor literally or a guide or a client or however he could see each individual, that's wonderful. That is one part. Then you said he was also doing his own research and what else? What else did he do to go deeper into it?
He would read a lot, articles, books, lot of videos, and reading certain books also. And then he would experiment on himself. Like he's done lot of challenges. Like monk mode was one challenge where 1 month he would do exercises, no junk, no eating outside, and no social media. And then he also tried 75 hard, which is morning and evening he would do fitness. Then he joined kickboxing, Muay Thai. So it was not just one. He kept exploring.
A lot of explorations.
Exploration also. And even in his music production, he's taking it both of them hand in hand, not just one thing. So even in music production, one thing what really I like is he is not aiming to become famous, earn money. He says, I want to bring a new kind of genre which is not there in India. So I'm experimenting now. I'm just experimenting. So he said, I want old cassettes so that I can play those songs and do it. So we got that. And he says he collaborated with somebody to learn about some DJing. So with different resources. But one thing is he's very clear that I want this, I will do this, I need a keyboard, I need this. So can I ask these people? So that's how he's been leading it.
Okay. And while he keeps taking these decisions, while he keeps doing this, and at times not doing what he is thinking, or,
exactly.
so Now let's move the camera to you in the sense. Now let's talk about you as a mom,
I know.
as a parent. What has been your key focus areas in the sense? How have you been thinking that okay, these are my key roles? It could be one, it could be many in his journey. Even if you have not been thinking, but you have ended up doing it, that's also fine.
No, I was thinking, why I'm laughing is CoVersity should not be for children, for mostly parents. We are the ones who are blocking most of the things. That's what I wanted to tell you.
True, true,
It took
true.
some years. It took
Mm,
some years, Ratnesh, because a lot of insecurities, fear, uh, how would he do things? I mean, what am I supposed to
mm,
do? I'm not capable of giving him this exposure, be it financially, be it intellectually. So there were a lot of fears, a lot of inhibitions. How do I do it? And I really give a
mm,
lot of credit to Aarohi, you both, who kept telling me that it's okay, chill, relax. And the community, when I saw people,
mm,
that really helped me. Oh, okay, they're chill. How come they're fine? How come they're not stressed? How come they're able to let go of the control? That's the
mm.
basic. To let go of the
Okay, so
control.
the community helped, you're saying.
Community did help
Different
me a
different
lot.
families doing that journey helped you.
Community
Okay.
helped, your mentoring helped, seeing children and parents doing it visually when I
Yes.
saw others,
Yes.
that helped me to bring it in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And lot of sharing and talking and listening and attending lot of the programs that Aarohi has. I think I've attended almost every SDL, the masters, all of them. I have multiple intelligence. All of them I have attended, and after attending, I would implement it
Mm,
at home,
mm,
and then
mm,
come back
mm,
again. No, this is not working. So that helped me a lot.
mm,
So that,
mm,
and whenever I'm really stuck and I'm really confused and very fearful, I go to my children and say, listen, it's not about you, it's me. Can you help me understand your journey? Can we know
mm,
what's happening?
mm.
That's also coming from you. You keep saying they are your consultants, they are your consultants. It comes from you only, Ratnesh. So I would go to them. And also the other thing, what I would do is, all these children of his age group, when they
Mm,
meet, I share
mm,
my concerns. I
mm,
think that has really helped me when couple of more these teenagers started coming home, staying in my house on weekends. We would
mm,
have conversation
mm.
that helps me to understand their thinking process. And then I'm like, okay, they are thinking a lot. Actually, they're thinking too much. They have to little relax now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
so much serious,
Mm.
so worried about so many things. I'm like, no, no, relax, chill, you'll be fine. To an extent, when we did reflection for the last year,
Mm,
Skanda was like, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I'm like, hello, you did so many things. Give acknowledgement for that first.
mm,
Then after
mm.
15 days, he said, Amma, you're right. I was not acknowledging myself for what all I've done. So I think that's exactly what CoVersity is: cohorts, children together, and I think
Mm, mm.
parents also should be part of those things because boom, it opens up a lot of things for us. So those are the things which helped me.
Okay.
And if you ask me
Uh,
what role I played,
Just 1 minute. So let me summarize because I'll forget the point. So the point that I got was you connected with other families who were doing similar journey and kind of both took inspiration as well as ideas from them.
yeah,
You whenever you were stuck, you would go back to your own children plus their friends and kind
yeah,
of enlist them as consultant, ask
yeah,
them, share with
yeah,
them with your
yeah,
concern
yeah,
and also this continuous reflection, meaning you mentioned it as an example, but I know how much reflection
yeah.
discussions go into,
It's a day
this
in, day
constant
out
process,
thing.
day in, day out think. Yes, this whole thing about reflection and constantly understanding where they are, what's going on inside their mind, and how is it being engineered, how are they engineering their own journey. Yes,
And I,
yes.
I
You
think
continue. I'm just summarizing.
yeah, I
Yeah.
planning and reflection has become so much part of our life that I'm not mentioning it separately. I realize when you're saying that. It's
Yeah, yeah,
become
but
very,
right now you're talking to the world, so it's
I
important.
know, I'm sorry. I know, I realize now. it's
Yeah,
become
yeah.
so common and normal that it's like everyday conversation while cooking, while walking. You know what, I'm doing this. This is not working. What is going wrong here? What do you think, Amma? What is happening here? Or you know what, I was thinking about this. Did you think like this? Did I do this? Did you question yourself? So it's a very common thing which is happening in our house on a day-to-day basis. And even planning,
Mm.
Skanda has a board in his room where he's written down that this year these are the things I want to complete, achieve, or achieve will be a very wrong word,
Mm.
complete, and I want to do these things. So he
Mm.
has a
Mm.
board
Mm.
in his room
Mm.
which
Mm.
he keeps changing based on his needs
Yeah.
and challenges, and he wants to keep challenging himself. So that's something. Yeah, sorry. Reflection is one thing which we do, but
Yeah,
not
big
like
one.
sitting and writing down. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Wha-
casually happening, on and off happening, every day happening.
Yeah, and also I would say with each family and even with each child, different things will work, I'm sure.
Of
It
course,
is not
of course.
like one formula works for everybody.
True, true. Skanda doesn't like to talk too much, so very limited. Priti and I can talk a lot,
Yeah,
so that's how it is.
yeah. Yeah, you were getting on to more other roles that you have played. So continue,
Yeah.
please.
So the roles that I've played is as a friend, as a witness, as a harsh facilitator, as as a demon, as as a weak person where he has to tell me, relax, I am fine, you don't have to worry. It's like that. Or as a mother, as a father, as a strict parent, as a clueless parent, as uh, as a funniest one. That's why I said they become the parent. He's like, Mom, behave. What's wrong with you? Is the comment I get. I'm
Sure,
supposed to
sure,
behave.
sure.
So there's a all the different roles. Like
Yeah, that's
like you
so nice.
rightly say, the 10 heads, like you say, of a facilitator. I think those are the roles.
Yeah, that's so warm that when we hear all of these roles, right at the same time a demon, and at the same time a clueless, and at the same time, so yeah, that's I think that's a very warm feeling that yes, as a parent, we need. It's not about one standardized, one perfect, one right
Of
way
course,
of doing it, but it's about all the roles that we did. But we
yes,
stay kind of our GPS is hooked on to both of them and
exactly,
walking along them,
exactly. When
not
his
trying to
friends,
direct them, but more
yeah,
trying to just follow them, I think.
that's all. Little here, that's all. Nudging here and there. When his friends come, I ask, listen, I'm doing this. He's doing this. What mistake am I doing? Can you tell me? Because you're of the same age group. Tell me what should I change. So
Mm, mm. Yeah, I think that's amazing. The other thing I want to check is that not check as in talk about is that a lot of parents are very um, lot meaning I would say almost 100% are or 99% are worried about what they call as future, but within brackets is this financial thingy. Right, I'm just calling it thingy, right? Financial stability or independent, whatever it is. So, how has been your thinking? How has it evolved? And how you still look at it. So that would be very interesting for us to hear.
I think I've learnt a lot from Skanda also in this money, and there are few things where times when he had a lot of insights through me. So when he was I think 10, 11 years old, he said, you know, Ma, I'm not worried about my future because I can become a cricketer because there was a phase of cricket also. I can become an artist. I can become an actor. I can become the forging person, and I can become a leader. I can so he had model. He had so many 10 options he gave me. Now I don't remember, but he said I can become any of this. Right? I'm like, wow. I did not know all this. Even at the age of 35, I did not know what all the things I can do. And then when he actually started getting money, uh, he was very clear, Amma, I will not give this money to you because I want to buy some resources. I said, great, I don't want to either depend on your money, but I would want to know how are you learning to manage your money. And then there was a phase where I think when he was 16 years old, he was like very much into, I want to earn money, I want to settle down, I want to have this much money, I want to invest in this, I want to do trading, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, relax. Now it was my time to step in. I said, okay, money is fine. What is that you want to do? And then again brought him into his exploring phase. I said, money is fine. You're earning, great, have the money. But I felt it was becoming too much about money. That's when I had to little bring in. So then after couple of months, he said, yes, I forgot about my learning. I forgot about what I wanted to do. I forgot about all this, and I started too much going into money because it was new to me. All of a sudden, I'm getting a lot of money. It was nice, and I wanted to more. So that was one phase. And I think now, then this year, he said he's been earning for last 2-3 years now, different spaces, and it's not less. He was sometimes earning more than me, I would say, in couple of months. So now this year he said, I don't want to focus on earning money. I want to focus on myself. I want to build on my knowledge because I want to become a coach for athletes. For that, I need to do this course in abroad. For that, I need probably to do either 10th, 12th or GD, GRD, GRE or GD, something like that. So he said that, and this year he said, I will not do. Then after 2-3 months, he said, no, I'll start my company. So it changes. It changes. So now,
continue, please.
So now he has 3 clients, and he's very clear. He knows how much to charge and value himself. Just because he's 17 or doesn't mean he charges less. He knows how to. He one day told me, I don't want to charge based on time. I want to charge for my knowledge. So that's the confidence he has about the knowledge he's gained about this particular field, right? So you can ask me, Pratnesh, if there's any question. If I'm diverting, you can ask me any questions about money.
I kind of, so that's how he has been going through his financial journey. I wanted to bring back the focus on the whole thing about parents worrying or too concerned or even thinking of decisions, taking decisions, more worried about the financial part, as in that being, or the future being on the mind, rather than, let's say, being focused on the child's interests, passions, visions, rather than that. How have your, this is less about Skanda, this is more about you.
More about
how have you thought through this, or what has been your journey about this, from fear of future / financial, let's say, competence to, or stability or abilities to wherever you are right now? That's because I'm saying more parents I hear with this kind of concern, and then it invariably rubs on to the children also. They also start having the same fears.
One is, I think from my perspective, I also started doing that in my life, wherein I didn't do things which I did not like for money, though it was difficult at times. So the conversation was also about why I'm not doing it for money, because if I do it, I lose interest in couple of weeks or months. And then I'm only doing it because I have committed to do it. So then that was one thing what I personally did in my life also. The second thought, when you're asking the question, what comes up is, see, earlier for me, my education was, do this, you'll get a job. I said, okay, fine, I'll do this. I'll do PUC. I'll take art, you'll get a job. Okay, I'll take art. Then they said, okay, do diploma in secretarial course, you will get a job. Okay, I said, fine, I'll do that. But it never sustained. So for me, I felt it was coming from fear-based, that do this, then your job is settled. But it didn't happen in reality. In reality, I had to keep building my skills and exploring new things. In when did I start? 2004, I started working. So, 2. Since then till now, I've changed fields so much. I didn't even think I would be a facilitator or a life coach that I am today, right? I've done from corporate to call center to recruitment to admin assistant to running a school to running a company of emotions. So when I was doing that, I realized, why am I scared of my son's or child's future? Because now I feel life is so fast. Every day there's a new technology and new things. I'm so surprised children are earning so easily on Instagram, where we were struggling to figure out what to do. Monthly,
Right.
what we would earn, they earn in a day and hour. I'm like, then why am I even scared? It's just that they should know how to use their skills. That's all.
Hmm.
And they will figure out. So, and now, so every 2-3 years things are changing. So what will I prepare my child for next 20 years? If I'm making them study
Right.
something, do something, by the time they're gone, it's changed. And then again they have to start from the scratch, because they only know to go from learning, doing course certification.
Yeah.
But if they know how to talk, how to use their skills, then they can create, they'll become their entrepreneurs or create anything they want. So I think that changed for me. When I saw my life has changed so much, I have changed so many fields, and still I'm surviving and sustaining and I'm doing good. I felt my son and daughter will be doing good. So I started more working on their life skills rather than worrying about the future. So Smriti,
Right.
as I
Right.
said, did
So working
calendar,
on the inside rather than the
and the
outside.
outside, yeah. Like Smriti did her
Yeah.
calendar. I said, go to the park. We have a park nearby. Talk to strangers. Sell it to them. They buy, they don't buy, I don't
Yeah.
care. She came back telling, a stranger bought this from me and he paid 20 more extra also. I didn't take the change. So that confidence, I feel, is enough. They will figure it out.
Right.
So I think we started
Right.
creating those opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the end of it, I keep thinking, I keep telling people, but more than telling people, I keep thinking that, hey, wouldn't all of us like self-led journeys? Meaning, that's the question I keep thinking about. And when I talk to youth, at the face of it, the answer is an obvious yes. But somewhere then it's like all of these. Oh my goodness! Now how will I do it? How will I do it? So. Uh, and obviously, then the whole load of future coming from family, parents, what is safe, and all of that. So let's kind of end this little discussion today, and we will have more in the future. What would be your thought process to all the parents and youth who are in somewhere liking, wanting this whole journey of that I lead my journey, I do the things I like doing, but at the same time, oh, how will I be really be able to make it? Will I be financially there? Will I be able to, kind of stand up in this world and so on? They have all these doubts. So what would be your thought process to them? And maybe even one or two action points for them if those comes to your mind.
First of all, it's valid and it's okay to have those fears. We all have those fears. So it's
Hmm.
completely valid. And I would say, please talk about these fears to everybody and anybody you meet.
Yeah.
Any child, adult, grandparent, stranger, known person, talk about it. Because whenever I am stuck with something, I go talk to different age groups, different people, and their perspective is like, oh, I never thought about this. So please talk about it.
Hmm.
That is one thing.
Hmm.
And uh, I personally feel, it might sound very philosophical, but I personally feel we have become a victim of our life somewhere. We all
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
to lead our life, but we have a lot of excuses and reasons not to do that.
Wow.
It can be society, it can be parents, boss, weather, time, mood, anything. I can be a victim of any of these things rather than becoming a creator. Since last 1 week,
Wow.
I've been thinking about it, that why is that we have this so much of a victim mindset, that I say, oh, I can't do it. For example, I have a
Hmm.
meeting. Oh, I can't do it. I so much want to come, but you know what? I'm not able to come. Some of the other issues come, some of the other problem come. But if you are the creator of your life,
Hmm.
then you should be able to, by hook or by crook, do it. So maybe one example I would like to ask. You just answer as if you're just answering me. If you're hungry, what do you do, Ratnesh?
Well, go and eat food.
Okay, so you go to your kitchen, Ambrosia, and there is no food. What will you do?
Find something that I can either eat raw if I'm too hungry, or I can quickly cook. Yes.
Cook. Okay, there's nothing to cook, no ingredients to cook. What will you do?
Oh, it's like a barren kitchen kind of thing.
Yes, nothing is there. Everything is empty. Somehow it's cleaned up, everything. What will you do?
I'll call the nearest friend. Can I come?
Exactly. So the friend is not available. Then what will you do?
Well, I'll see if I have money. I'll go and buy something.
Correct. The point I'm trying to bring here is when you're hungry, no matter what, by hook or by crook, you will feed yourself, right? So when you want something, you just go do it. Don't give me all these things saying that I can't do it, I'm scared, oh my God, I don't know the language, I don't know people, what do I do, how do I do? No, you just by hook or by crook, you just do it. So why be the victim of life and situations? Why not be the creator of your life? For youth and parents, I'm talking to youth and parents. One is, for parents, trust your children. They are not as dumb and irresponsible and fickle-minded like you guys think. They really think so deep that you will be surprised if you sit in the circle with these teens. You don't think so much. And for youth, relax, chill. I trust you can do it. I trust you can lead your life. When you need support, look around. People are there to support for you. Ask for what support you need. So don't be the victim. Ask. Cook.
Be the creator.
Beg, borrow, steal, call Zomato, go to a temple. Somebody said, I'll go to a temple and ask for prasada. Go do whatever. Do it for yourself. Creator. That's all.
Absolutely. Super. So instead of self-led journey, self-created journey. Yes, because we are hungry. I like that. Awesome. I think this is beautiful. And I think Arpita is also saying in the comments, love the example. Super. So I think this is like perfect. Let's not say anything after this. This is a perfect ending. Let's both as parents and as youths, just ignite this creator inside us and just go ahead. Just let our hunger reach where we need to reach. Super. Yeah. Okay. So thank you very much, and thank you for joining, and we'll have more conversation. Maybe next time, mom, son together.
Oh my God, he'll not let me talk. Or he'll look at me, oh my God, that's all. Thank you so much. But I really want to tell you on into this whole world. I wanted to message you all that me and my children are today is because of Aarohi. We love you guys and thank you so much for doing what you're doing. A great contribution to all the parents and children. Really, really, really. Thank you so much and love you all.
Yeah.
Aarohi, everybody in Aarohi.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.